6 challenges facing John Wick 5 that Keanu Reeves sequel must overcome. John Wick. Chapter 5 has a high bar to reach following the success of Chapter 4, and there are many obstacles ahead. The fourth film in the John Wick franchise ended with Baba Yaga himself seemingly meeting his maker after winning his freedom from the high table. This conclusion was a fitting end to John's journey. Despite that, the movie still presented an opportunity for the saga to continue with its main protagonist, due to its ambiguous ending. Unsurprisingly, Lionsgate later broke the news of John Wick Chapter 5's development at CinemaCon 2025, with Reeves and director Chad Stahelski returning. While this may be good news for fans of Reeves and his John Wick movies, the upcoming film has multiple challenges to overcome if it is to be a worthy follow-up to John Wick Chapter 4. The franchise's fifth chapter needs to be a natural, fitting addition to John's story that adds to his character, all while featuring the fascinating characters and artistic ultraviolence that helped make the saga so popular. After the first John Wick movie, the franchise has mainly been about the protagonist trying to escape death and his life of crime as he's hunted down by countless assassins. John Wick Chapter 5 will have to stand out from the previous chapters by breaking this narrative trend. Chapter 4 ended with John winning his freedom from the high table after killing the Marcus, so the sequel has already found a way to tell a unique story. Fortunately, in an interview with Empire, Stahelski has already shown he understands this. He teased the new direction that he intends to take the franchise in with John Wick Chapter 5, sharing his plans for the protagonist's character following the events of the fourth film. Based on Stahelski's statement, it's clear that Chapter 5 will be a far different story than what was seen in the last few John Wick movies. He explained, since Stahelski stated that the high table won't be the main antagonist of John Wick Chapter 5, the sequel has some huge shoes to fill in that area. The Council of Crime Lords has been the main antagonistic force of the John Wick franchise, stating as an almost all-knowing, all-powerful organization constantly trying to control or kill John through one agent or several others. It has long served as the biggest threat to his existence. If Reeves' character is finally free from the high table after John Wick Chapter 4, the fifth movie needs to come up with a truly great villain that will really challenge John as a fighter and a person. One reason why the franchise has been so compelling for so long is how it shows John facing such overwhelming odds organized by the high table, making him a character to root for. Unless there's another powerful crime syndicate lurking in the shadows, it's hard to see how John Wick Chapter 5 can top that. Over the years, many interesting characters have walked in and out of the John Wick franchise. The latter is mostly due to them getting killed off, as expected in their world of crime and killers. Following Charon's death in John Wick Chapter 4, Winston and the Bowery King seem to be the only mainstays of the franchise, given how they supported John throughout his quest. However, if John actually faked his death in Chapter 4, it's unclear if they'll be involved with him again in the fifth film, as it may be best if he stays away from them. John Wick Chapter 5 will likely have to come up with a compelling new cast to join John in his next adventure. Though characters like Kane, Akira, and Mr. Nobody could return to aid him in his endeavors, it seems they are focused on their own adventures. This is especially likely since a Kane spin-off film is now in development. Since John now has the chance to start fresh after his supposed death, it would seem fitting that he finds a fresh group of allies in the next chapter of his life. John could even train another young assassin to carry on his legacy and help them survive in their dangerous world. Such a character would give the franchise a new protagonist to follow and a new saga that doesn't completely center around John. Reeves seemed ready to put John Wick behind him after Chapter 4 when discussing the character's death. Chapter 5 could give him a satisfying exit while moving the franchise forward by giving John a protege. Though John Wick Chapter 5 will feature the return of Reeves' character. His supposed death still needs to have an effect on his world.